Tony's right. How are you? So this is gonna be hopefully a short video, probably really short. Just two little books that I got. They're technically little poetry magazines and stuff like that. And just yeah, like kind of show you what I got. I have Poetry October 2025. I did not see November's yet, so when I see November's, I will get it. The Barnes & Noble around my way is kind of slow to get these things in. It'll be like mid-November and then they'll have it. I'm like, what the fuck? And then other months they'll be like, they'll take off the month that they're currently in and they'll be like ahead. And it's like, damn, well, I didn't even get that issue. So anyway, this is Poetry October 2025, and yeah, this is the design. I don't like the design really. Yeah, I don't like the design, to be honest. I think I don't like the way that the poetry is created with the words, because it's like, then it's words and then I'm trying to do poetry and then I'm trying to like look at it. I don't mind the color scheme, it's just I'm not the biggest fan of this design. I thought the one where they spell poetry in the ampersand, like that one was really creative, but I'm not feeling this one as much. Okay, so yeah, anticipating with this. So Poetry magazine, we'll see how this one goes, because I do, again, I get these a lot for the translations. That's what I get them for. So yeah, they have a few in here. So they got one that's like from the Greek. They got a few from the Greek. And then they have like Tonkas, which I'm also interested in Japanese poetry forms. Then they have one from Chinese. I guess would be Mandarin, from the Mandarin actually. Do they have any more? No, it looks like they don't have any more. Boo, look at that. I try to look at these beforehand, but yeah. I tend to also get it just to get exposed to more people, and as I go throughout my poetry, I am progressing, you know, through a lot of things to kind of have my, not memory jog, but have my writing chops like amplified, expanded, but palette expanded and stuff like that. One thing I also wanted to do, and let me put my food back in the oven. Hold on for a sec. There we go. Okay, so one of the things I want to do also is like have a running book or list of words that I learned, build my vocabulary up, because I used to take SAT prep, and one of the things with SAT prep is also, in addition to like learning how to take the test, how it's structured and stuff like that, and the math portions and language portions, is learning words so that you know like some of the words that are going to be on there. And we used to have word lists, and I never made it out with the first word list. Like we had like 6 or 7 word lists, and like one dude in the program was like really good with that, and like I just was never really good with the word list. Like I never made it out the first one, because we used to test like for real, like so I want to like have a running word list of words that I like encounter in my poetry reading, which is a lot, that I'm like, I don't really know what that is. Yeah, so there's that. Second book that I got, magazine rather, is Poets and Writers, the November December edition. And I just do this so I can like keep up with like all of the like MFA programs that are offering things, like different chat book things. Instagram is a really big way to find out about these things too, but there's just something about looking at it in my thing. Sometimes I like don't follow through with doing all this stuff, and it's kind of sad because like I really should. But I do like the books. I do like getting the books and looking through and stuff like that at the opportunities, and like even like just things like publishers and looking at people's book designs, things like that. The thing with like sometimes getting this is that like you don't get, like I don't get to, the dates have passed for some of the things when they come out, which is kind of like, damn, what? So that's another thing. that kind of makes me like bummed. And I never really read the articles. I never read the articles, and it's kind of funny. I'll just be like, I don't be caring about that. Like, I don't care about that. Like, I don't care. But I do like reading the fellowships, the residencies, and things like that, because one of the things that I want to do more of when I graduate is actually go to residencies and do writing things, and like use that as my travel excuse, because I just feel like I'm not going to be traveling not much. A week or two is like doable. I don't want to make it like I only go someplace to write, but I also feel like I personally like, because somebody put a message so I got distracted. I personally, I just feel like a writing residency or writing retreat is more obtainable for me because I'm actually writing, and I feel like I can actually communicate my desire and need to go there, versus like a vacation. Sometimes I feel like a vacation I personally want to plan with other people, but that like is also hard because then I have to worry about their finances and stuff like that. Versus a writing retreat, it's like you fill out the form. Do you have the capacity to pay for the full thing? No? Okay. Fill out this additional form, and then we'll see if we can like sponsor your trip or something, like, like things like that. Versus a vacation, you really gotta plan that shit on your own. And I feel like I would want to explore being in another place and writing in that place, because I don't know if being outside of like my state, Maryland, would shift my work or not, because I don't do that. I don't really go anywhere. The only place I've gone is Pennsylvania, and that was Instacarting. So I don't really know what it would be like to just stay at like a farmhouse in like upstate New York for like 2 weeks and writing and working on poetry. I don't know what's going to come out of that, and I would like to have that experience. So I'm applying for things to go out of state and have writing residencies and retreats and stuff like that. And then another thing I'm working on is filling out facilitator applications as well, because I want to do those things. So I want to get the experience because I missed the deadline to apply for the position, the teaching position. So as a result, I missed out on the opportunity, and it's going into my 3rd year. This is the final year, so I can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm done. So I will essentially graduate with 0 teaching experience, which puts me at a disadvantage if I ever were to apply for any university positions, because they're looking for people who have that experience, and I don't have it. So the best thing I can do is develop my own curriculum and then be a facilitator through other programs, and that's kind of what I decided to do. So yeah, that's about it. This is what I got, these 2, and I'm anticipating Novembers for poetry. And then this is like wrapping up the year with November and December. So did you buy these? Did you look through them? Did you like them? Did you not? If you don't get them, will you consider it? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.